Hello, this is the Ramblings of an Undisciplined Mind podcast for Friday, July 15th, 2016. As of this recording, Sierra is still missing. So, we got a new domestic helper yesterday. The wife found a good deal of it on Amazon, and no, we haven't bought a migrant worker or something on Amazon. No, not bad. No, she found a good deal on a Roomba by iRobot, which it just dawned on me a little while ago that we should totally name Rosie. I don't know if we will, but it'd be kind of funny because, Rosie, the robotic maid from the Jetsons, But we got this thing, and it's if you don't know what a Roomba is, it is a little vacuum cleaner. It is circular. It's about a foot across. I think that would be the radius, if I'm remembering. Radius might be from the center dot. I don't know, but from end to end, I'm not remembering my geometry. It's about a foot, I would say. It's circular, and it probably stands about 2 to 3 inches high total, and it's got a little base where it charges itself. And so we got it. It came in just before dinner time, and you're supposed to charge it for about 3 hours, they say. And we checked. So we put it on the base and let it charge up, and we went out to dinner, and we came home, and we thought we'd check it, and it looked like it was done charging. It was charged up. So we hit the clean button, turned it on, told it to clean, and that little sucker got rolling all over the darn place. It doesn't do like a super neat, rows. It kind of, and it probably doesn't help that most of our furniture isn't square to the room. We got a couch at an angle. We've got a love seat at an angle. We did find that we had to put, there's this one spot right next to my seat, where there's a narrow spot that goes back behind. We got cords there, and it was getting hung up on the back of the chair, and we ended up putting the box there so that it would because it sees obstacles and will go around them. It will notice when it hits a wall or is nearing a wall, and it will turn. And it went for probably a couple hours. And I think it probably hit pretty much all of the carpet by the time it got done. I think it probably hit pretty much everything. And it didn't do, because our first floor is pretty open, so it encompasses the kitchen and the living room, which is where the dock is, and we've got a hallway to the laundry room and the garage, although there's a door to the garage, and the front entryway, and we have this great room there, and all that's on the same level, and it was everywhere. I think it even went into the room that we used to call the computer room, even though there's no computers in there anymore. It's kind of the front room there. It went in there, I think, a bit. I think it only got stuck that one time. And going from the hallway to the laundry room, it's going from linoleum to wood. So there's a bit of a pop up there when it's coming back, and it did that at least once. It's you got the open door to the basement, and we leave it open because the cat has water and stuff downstairs. I mean, he's getting old, so we give him those amenities upstairs too. But we tend to leave that door open, and it's got what they call cliff sensors on it. So when it would get close to the drop caused by the stairs, it would notice it, and it would stop and turn around. So it seemed to do it. We had to empty the thing twice, the little canister, and there was a lot of stuff, a lot of cat hair, not surprising, and our carpet had just gotten vacuumed 2 days before. So it seemed to do really good. We need to learn all the bells and whistles on it. I actually got excited because I found a Android app for Roomba, and I downloaded it, and it was like, oh, you can control, you can hook it up to the Wi-Fi in your house, and you can, check status, and you can, control it a little bit, and all this stuff, but it was for a different model of Roomba. I think that was for a 900, and we got a 600. So the 600 doesn't seem to have the Wi-Fi connectivity, so we can't use that. But one of the things that was interesting is there was a little sticker, as with most of these types of things, when we pulled it out of the box, it was wrapped up in a little plastic bag for shipping purposes, and the seal for the plastic bag was this little sticker that said that basically that they welcome anybody who wants to programmatically change what the Roomba does, or control or customize what the Roomba does. You can get into the software and you can change what it does, in accordance with their software useless license agreement. But I thought, well, that's kind of cool. I might have to look into that just to kind of see what it's about. I mean, maybe you could, I don't know, have it do something special. I don't know. But, it was going. It was going for a while. We actually were watching TV over it. It is a bit on the loud side, but it's probably quieter than a traditional vacuum. But as I said, it went for about 2 hours, and it, been all over the darn place. And it doesn't, it would be like in this room, and it'd come back into the living room, and then it would meander its way and be over in the great room, and it was just all over. I'm just thinking, okay. And then it finally, apparently, either thought it was done or needed to charge again. It was moving kind of slow, and it came back to its dock. It found the dock. It did take it 2 tries to dock, and I think part of the problem is that the cord for the dock was kind of in the way, and it got hung up on that a little bit, so then it backed off and kind of came around for another pass at it. But once I got the cord out of the way, it came right in and docked right up and turned itself off and sat there and happily charged. So it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. It'll be interesting to see how it does going forward. It does have little filters. I'm assuming they're HEPA filters. I have not looked that deeply, but it does have a little filter in the air there, so it'll kind of do a little filtering for it. And you obviously got the little reservoir to empty out. But it's kind of a neat little thing. I don't know. Who knows? At some point, if we really like it and does well, we might have to buy another one to put upstairs. I was a little afraid that it was gonna start cleaning at 3 in the morning, and it would be way too loud for that. So I don't know if they've got. I know certain models, and I don't know if our model is one of them. They have. You can set a clock on it, and you can tell it, basically give it times where it's okay to clean, or set a time to clean. Or maybe they've got like some sort of a light sensor on it, so that if it's pitch black, don't clean. The cat didn't freak out about it as much as I thought he probably would. I mean, when it first started up, he was kind of like, "What the heck is that thing?" But he seemed to get used to it when he realized it wasn't going to jump up and nab him. It'd be interesting to see if it came toward him. I have a feeling he'd get the heck out of its way, but it seemed really good. At one point, it was like the wife's slippers were sitting there, and it came right up to him. It did not touch them, but yet it noticed that it was there and moved out of the way. So I think if the cat was there, it would just kind of notice the cat and turn and do something else. So it's pretty cool. So we will see what happens with that going forward. But that's Rosie, our new robot maid. Now, if we could just get a robot cook, that would be awesome. But I guess I'll let that be. I guess I will let that be that for today. I will be back again tomorrow. I'll be talking to you then. So, be seeing you.